On a stormy night, brave King Vikramaditya ventured once more into the eerie forest of shadows. Bats fluttered through the thick branches, and the hoot of an owl echoed in the dark. On his shoulder hung the body of Betal, the sly ghost who loved to tell tales laced with riddles. Just as Vikram reached the bend of the path, Betal grinned wickedly and began to speak. "O mighty king, you carry me again in silence. Let me pass the time with another story. But beware, at the end, I will ask you a question. If you know the answer and do not speak, your head shall shatter into 100 pieces." Vikram, as always, remained silent. The tale of the foolish wise man. In the bustling city of Keshampur, there lived a man named Somalal, widely known as a fool. He was slow to understand numbers, forgot people's names, and wore mismatched shoes, but his heart was kind and pure. People mocked him, but he never grew angry. Instead, he always smiled and helped everyone who asked, be it sweeping the temple, feeding a stray dog, or carrying water for an old woman. One day, Somalal stumbled upon a fight between two wealthy merchants. They were arguing over a golden necklace, each claiming it was theirs. A crowd had gathered. The city guard was called. Still, no one could resolve the matter. The test of wisdom. The king's ministers, unable to judge fairly, suggested that the dispute be handed to Somalal as a test, partly serious, partly to mock him. To everyone's surprise, Somalal accepted the task with humility. He examined the necklace, then the two men. He asked them just one question. What was the color of the cloth in which the necklace was wrapped when you lost it? One merchant replied, "Green silk." The other said, "Red velvet." Somalal immediately handed the necklace to the man who said green silk. When asked why, he said, "Because that was the color of the cloth tied inside the lock of the clasp. The man who wrapped it would know." Everyone was shocked. They realized the fool had a wise heart after all. From laughter to respect. The king was so impressed that he invited Somalal to the palace. People who once ridiculed him now offered him gifts and asked for advice. But Somalal remained unchanged, humble, quiet, and helpful. Years passed. One day, the same king fell ill and on his deathbed asked Somalal, "Who should be king after me? My sons are greedy. My ministers are divided. You are the only one who knows my people." The court fell into silence. Somalal bowed deeply and whispered, "Make the one king who does not wish to be king." Betal's riddle Betal paused, then asked, "Tell me, O King Vikram, who was wiser, the king who asked a fool to judge, or the fool who judged the wise? Was Somalal truly wise or lucky? Was the king foolish to trust him or clever to spot his virtue?" Vikram's answer, King Vikramaditya, without pausing, replied, "The king was wise to recognize that wisdom does not always wear the robes of learning, and Somalal was not a foolishly unpolished. True wisdom lies in honesty, clarity, and intent. A fool with a good heart is better than a wise man with a crooked mind." Betal shrieked with laughter, "Ha ha ha! You are clever, O king, but once again you spoke, and so I fly away." With a gust of wind and a shimmer of ghostly light, Betal vanished into the darkness, back to the ancient tree from where he had been taken. The journey resumes. King Vikram sighed, turned back silently, and began his journey once more undaunted, determined to bring Betal back and complete his task. Moral of the story: wisdom isn't measured by knowledge, but by clarity, compassion, and truth. Never mock those who speak less, for they may see more.